Today I'm going to tell you about a super useful tool that I think is essential equipment for any airplane that you fly on the regular. It's going to let you fly safer and more affordably. It also lets you fly more efficiently and catch problems before they become bigger problems. I'll show you how it helped me catch and diagnose a problem, saving me a bunch of money and preventing a possible bad outcome. So in this video, we're going to look at why an engine monitor is essential and why I think it's the first thing you should upgrade on any airplane that doesn't have one.
All right, we're here at Whiteman Airport, and there's some kind of an issue going on with this airplane. I was flying back from Reno 2 days ago, and I was up at like 10,500 or 9,500, and I couldn't get lean of peak. Normally I lean and the EGTs go up and they get to peak and then they fall.
Let's back up a bit. The EGTs are exhaust gas temperatures, and the engine monitor has a series of probes that measure exhaust gas temp, cylinder head temp, oil temperature, oil pressure, fuel flow, and a bunch of other parameters. Most engine monitors record all this data once every second, and then after the flight, you can upload the data and analyze it. In flight, the engine monitor can alert you if the cylinders or exhaust gases are running too hot. It can help you adjust the fuel-air mixture to maximize power or fuel economy and keep temperatures in the right range. At a glance, you can see how the engine is performing. And looking at engine monitor data over time can alert you to trends with the engine and flag possible problems. Think of it as an early warning system for potential problems. It's also super useful for helping to diagnose and target specific problems. You can see which cylinder has that foul plug before you start pulling all of them, saving you time and money with the mechanic. So on a flight back from Reno to LA, I noticed the exhaust gas temps were hotter than normal when I leaned in cruise.
Normally I lean and the EGTs go up and they get to peak and then they fall and they settle around 12 gallons an hour. My hottest EGT is the number one at around like 1520, 1530. And that's not what happened. So every time that I would lean, the EGTs would go up and keep going up into the 1600s. And eventually I would get to like 11 gallons an hour, or 10 and a half, and then there would just be a big power loss because the engine is so lean.
Everything else on the flight seemed fine, no engine roughness, making about the same true airspeed as usual, but my exhaust gas temp numbers were very different than normal. I only noticed something was off because of the engine monitor.
I do have this JPI engine monitor which records all the engine parameters about once every second is the interval that it's set at. And then I can put this on, upload it to a website, Savvy Analysis, and it kind of graphs everything out so you can see what's going on visually with the engine. Super, super useful. And I'm hoping to use that engine monitor data to kind of diagnose this problem before we start diving into doing anything about it. That way the problem is more targeted and we're not just swapping things out and testing and wasting a bunch of money.
I was able to corroborate what I saw in flight with the engine monitor's recorded data. You can see the exhaust gas temperatures just keep rising here into the 1600s versus a normal flight here where they start to fall after reaching peak.
So something is going on probably with the ignition system is my guess and magnetos. So I'm going to do a run up and a mag check on the ground, and then I'm going to go up to about 7,500, 8,000 feet and do like a lean of peak or a very lean mag check up in the air, which is when it's lean, it's more demanding on the magnetos. So we're going to see if there's an issue with one of the mags or both of the mags or what's going on. So definitely a little nervous about flying when there's a potential problem, but magnetos are a redundant system, so I have confidence we'll be all right.
Hey, Eric from the future jumping in. We're up here in Oregon visiting our daughter and getting some work done during the downtime. This is a great opportunity for me to tell you about the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. Watching the sponsored segment of the video really helps out the channel, so thanks for watching. This is a product that I use and really believe in, and I think is super useful, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. If you watch this channel, you know that I try to keep my flying as safe and secure as possible, and I extend that attitude to my online security as well. That's why I use NordVPN to protect all my online activity with a single click. While we're traveling through airports or staying at hotels and using public Wi-Fi networks, our information is out in the open for hackers to intercept. NordVPN encrypts all our data, keeping it secure and private. If you or a less tech-savvy family member click one wrong link in an email, you could easily be redirected to a fake website that will steal your information or deploy malware. NordVPN has an awesome feature called Threat Protection, which protects us from these types of malware, phishing scams, and web trackers. Get my exclusive NordVPN deal and 4 months free at nordvpn.com/flyingmonkeyvpn. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. nordvpn.com/flyingmonkeyvpn.
So this is more of a lean mag check on the ground. So starting about 2070, 2080 on the RPM.
Whiteman Tower, 80 information, Delta current, altimeter 29992.
1980 on the left one. And this one, the right, goes down to 1990 also. So that's only an 80 to 90 RPM drop when we're lean, and both of them are doing the same thing. I mean, right there, everything seemed like kind of fine.
Cherokee 1 Bravo Whiskey, make a left downwind departure, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, left downwind departure, runway 12, 631 Bravo Whiskey. Okay, lights, camera, fuel. Clear on the right, clear on the left.
Cessna 19 Foxtrot, please call mall traffic, beam your left wing 1900.
Traffic inside, 1019 Foxtrot.
Cessna 19 Foxtrot, number 2, runway 12, clear to land.
Number 2, runway 12, clear to land, 1019 Foxtrot.
Gauges are all green, airspeed's alive, power feels good. I'm at 5,700. I've normally had to lean out quite a bit more to keep my EGTs between 12 and 1,300, but it's still at 1,300. So something is definitely different. The numbers have never been different like this. This EGT is just staying at 1,300. Normally starts dropping way down and I have to lean it out to keep it up. And so I just kept leaning till we lost power. Those EGTs just keep going up. So it's doing the same thing that it's been doing. Okay, so 13 gallons an hour, 13.2 gallons an hour on both mags, now going to the left. Back to both, and now to the right. Okay, the right mag is jacked. I lost power completely on the right mag. On the ground, even when I leaned it out, that right mag was working well, but at altitude, where I leaned it out and did a mag check, the right mag just didn't work at all. I mean, the engine lost complete power. There was no combustion happening in the cylinders. I mean, the engine was dead. It was off, basically. It was like as if I had turned the ignition off completely. So something's going on with the right mag where on the ground it seems okay, even when I lean it out and do a mag check, but at altitude, when I do the mag check and I'm lean, I guess it's more demanding up there. It's harder to make a spark.
It's kind of crazy to think that on the way back from Reno, I was flying on only one mag through the mountains, and the only indication was slightly abnormal EGT temps on the engine monitor, especially because the mag check on the ground was perfect.
Right mag is effed. We're gonna have to pull it and send it out, I guess. We'll do a little mag check here after the flight. Yeah, that mag works now. Same drop, same normal drop.
100, report in sight.
All right, I got the mag pulled and I'm going to send it out to get inspected, overhauled, etc.
Well, the alternator's in great shape.
And we'll see what they find. Look what we got right here. The mag had a bad coil. You repaired it, sent it back.
All right, so we got the magneto installed. I'm gonna go do some run-ups here, and then I'm gonna go fly. We're gonna see if the airplane performs like it used to, or if I still have this like weird runaway EGT.
And by the end of this video, we're gonna hopefully figure out and explain why the EGTs were abnormally high.
So the run-up on the ground was good. This camera is overheating because it's so hot. It's October. Why is it so hot? Just sweating so much. All right, we're gonna take off and get to 7,500.
Traffic. Whiteman Tower, hold short, runway 12.
Everything's feeling good so far. Just climbing through 2,700. Already I can see in climb as I'm getting higher, the EGTs are dropping down to like the low 1200s. And before, when the mag was having an issue, the EGTs weren't dropping down. They were staying like the the 1300s, which isn't normal. So my normal way of leaning in the climb is to keep my coolest EGT, which is number 4 in the climb, between 12 and 1300. So I just kind of lean it out a little bit, like it's getting low 1200s now. I just lean it out, and I pretty much just try to keep the EGTs what they look like when I'm in like a full power climb at sea level, full ridge. All right, leaning it out. Yep, that's almost exactly how it usually is, about 12 gallons an hour. The number 1 is about 1500 to 1530 on the number 1 EGT, and I get 140 true, which is just about exactly what I'm getting here. This is the normal cruise configuration for this airplane, and I can usually just lean it to a specific fuel flow, and these EGTs almost always fall in line, and it's been the same for years and years and years.
It makes sense that the cause of the higher than normal EGT readings would be a bad magneto. The mixture wasn't fully burning within the cylinders without some of the plugs firing, so it was still burning on the way out the exhaust.
I feel like in this case, the engine monitor really allowed me to spot that there was something different with the airplane, even though on the ground it didn't look like it, but in cruise something was going on with the EGTs. I don't know if I would have been able to spot that if I didn't have the engine monitor, because the airplane felt the same, the speeds were just about the same. I just really love having an engine monitor and being really in tune with the airplane, being able to kind of get ahead of these little things before they turn into bigger problems. So all this digital instrumentation really helped me figure out this problem quickly, get it repaired, minimize downtime and expense.